Welcome to Mediocre Movie Reviews. If you love movies, start by liking and subscribing. Let's review Caddyshack II. Caddyshack II, released in 1988, is a comedy and sports film directed by Allan Arkush. It attempts to follow in the footsteps of its predecessor, the beloved 1980 classic Caddyshack. The film centres around Jack Hartounian, a self-made millionaire played by Jackie Mason, who tries to join the exclusive Bushwood Country Club to please his daughter Kate. However, his boorish demeanour and plans to build low-cost housing in the affluent neighbourhood lead to his rejection by the snobbish club members. In retaliation, Jack buys the club and transforms it into a public amusement park, much to the dismay of the elite members. The conflict culminates in a golf match to decide the club's fate. The film's plot is a near-carbon copy of the original, but it lacks the charm and humour that made the first Caddyshack a hit. Jackie Mason steps into the role originally intended for Rodney Dangerfield, but his performance falls flat. Mason's character, Jack, is meant to be a likeable underdog, but his jokes often miss the mark, and his character lacks the endearing qualities that made Dangerfield's Al Chervick memorable. The film also features Dan Aykroyd in a role reminiscent of Bill Murray's iconic groundskeeper, but Aykroyd's performance is marred by an irritating high-pitched voice that fails to capture the comedic brilliance of Murray's original character. The supporting cast includes Robert Stack as the club's snobbish president, Chandler Young, and Dyan Cannon as Jack's love interest, Elizabeth Pierce. While Stack's performance is competent, it lacks the comedic flair of Ted Knight's portrayal of the antagonist in the original film. Cannon's character is underdeveloped, serving primarily as a romantic interest for Jack without adding much to the story. Chevy Chase reprises his role as Ty Webb, but his presence is limited, and his ad-libbed lines are one of the few highlights in an otherwise lackluster film. The film also features a talking gopher, a nod to the original, but this edition feels forced and fails to capture the whimsical charm of the first film's gopher antics. The film's biggest flaw is its inability to recreate the comedic anarchy and irreverence of the original Caddyshack. The jokes are tame and predictable, lacking the edgy humour that made the first film a classic. The film's attempt to blend slapstick comedy with a social commentary on class struggles falls short, resulting in a disjointed narrative that fails to engage the audience. Despite its shortcomings, Caddyshack II is not entirely devoid of entertainment value. Randy Quaid delivers a few laughs as Jack's over-the-top lawyer, Peter Blunt, and the film's climactic golf match provide some mild amusement. However, these moments are few and far between, and the film ultimately fails to live up to the legacy of its predecessor. In summary, Caddyshack II is a disappointing sequel that struggles to capture the magic of the original. While it may hold some nostalgic value for those who grew up watching it on cable, it lacks the humour and heart that made Caddyshack a beloved classic. For fans of the original, this sequel is best approached with tempered expectations. So that's my review of Caddyshack II, and I'm giving it 2 stars out of a possible 5 stars. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this review, please like, subscribe, and it will be great to see you all next time on Mediocre Movie Reviews.